Okay, let's get this going here. Starting at 5 minutes early. I know it says 8:45 on this graphic, but the time right now is 8:40. Just trying to make sure the audio levels sounds like they are good. For anyone that may be joining on, this is live, again, July the 3rd. It's a Thursday evening. 8:40 is the current time. And we've got a little change with the weather forecast into the upcoming weekend here. It is going to bring us a chance for rain. So we're not quite finished with this unsettled week of weather that we've had. I don't think the weekend is just a wash, but I do think that we need to acknowledge this little shift in the forecast. So trying to do some updating and try to stay ahead of the change. That's what we do when we're putting together forecasts. So we'll pull up the graphics again. Switch over to there we go. It's the drought monitor, the updated drought monitor. It's been fairly active throughout June, even back to May. A couple of months where we've had periods of rain fairly regularly. You look around your neighborhoods, I'm sure you're seeing a lot of the grass is green. It's thick. People are mowing the lawns with regularity, and that is a sign that we've been picking up rain. And so much so that the drought monitor, these are updated every Thursday. By the way, this doesn't include Tuesday and Wednesday's rain. But even without that, Corpus Christi is removed from drought. And that yellow shade is technically not drought either. That yellow shade is just slightly drier than normal. And then you get into the brown colors, the tan, and that burnt orange, and that's moderate to severe drought that you get into the more north and west you get of Corpus Christi and the coastal bend. Significant ongoing drought still in the San Antonio / west of San Antonio region, that deep dark red color. That's exceptional drought, and it's just been really dry there for a long period of time. So with all of that, the watershed, the combined level, even with a couple of months of regular rainfall, it's still at 15.6%. So even though we're getting direct deposit right into the watershed, it's not doing it. It's not bringing us up to a level, that is pulling us out of water restrictions. You see there, this is back to Sunday, and everybody, the whole watershed's gotten rain. Most locations in the watershed over an inch of rain. Corpus Christi is easily over an inch of rain. I know many of you have picked up several inches of rain throughout the coastal bend. You look at north of Carrizo Springs, over 3 inches there. Over 2 inches in Cotulla, nearly 2 inches in Pearsall. Those are two fantastic spots to get rain, both the Nueces and Frio rivers. Those are the bodies that feed Choke Canyon and Lake Corpus Christi. So, it is what it is. That's what we've got. That's the updated drought monitor, and that is, a week's worth of rain right there. That we're looking at, and we're not done yet. It's going to stay fairly active, especially north of here into the upcoming weekend. So let's do some Independence Day. I think we're airing that right now. Yep. Oh, they're seeing the aliens for the first time. Yeah, the alien autopsy scene. So we're airing that movie on channel 3 right now. Yeah. Is Bill Pullman hasn't made the speech yet? No. Okay, he hasn't made the speech yet. Yeah, so great movie, but forecast for us is going to include a little bit of rain. These are just the climatological numbers for the 4th of July in Corpus Christi. Tends to be hot, average highs in the low 90s, hottest 4th of July on record. That was back in 2009, 102 that day. And it's only been below 70 degrees one time on record on 4th of July in Corpus Christi. And that was back in 1996. It was 69 that year. Rain, on average, it rains once every 5 years or so in Corpus Christi, rainiest of which back in 2007, 3.5 inches that 4th of July. So we'll get to the rain now because I do think we've got it in the forecast. I haven't had it in, but today, changing the tune, I'd love to just be stress-free, right? Into the weekend, through the weekend, where I'm not worried about anything. But we do have the rain in the forecast, so we'll talk about why that shift is happening. And Texas is being fed just copious amounts of tropical moisture. This in part because of Tropical Storm Barry that moved into Mexico last weekend. It was a brief, momentary named storm. It's gone, long gone now, but some of the moisture from that and some of the residual energy from that is working north, and you see how active it is, in northern Texas, East Texas, rain all the way into the Panhandle, and there's some showers even out in West Texas, whereas right now South Texas is fairly dry. But we're going to see this little chance for rain show up in the forecast because of what's happening above us. So we've got this moisture field coming in from the south, and I've marked two little pockets of energy. We're looking 20,000 feet up in the atmosphere right now. This is something called vorticity. It's cyclonically spinning air that can indicate rising air in the atmosphere. And the one that we're interested first in is over Del Rio today. And that thing is going to move to the east. It'll be somewhere between San Antonio and Houston tomorrow night. And in that position, it's possible we see, that lifting of the atmosphere happening over the coastal bend, which would mean a chance for some rain. And that will be with us really through Saturday morning, if not early afternoon. So we've got a mechanism to generate rising air over the coastal bend Friday late afternoon, Friday night, and really through Saturday afternoon. How much rain that yields or produces is to be determined still. This is really the first day I've seen this and been a little, more confident in terms of talking about it. But we've got the lift, we've got the moisture in place, and science says that should at least warrant the possibility of rain. So that moves away Saturday night. It'll be drier Sunday and Monday, and then this second little pocket of upper level energy comes in on Tuesday, and that one, the rain chances will hinge on where that moves into the Texas Gulf Coast. So if that comes in south of Corpus Christi, rain chances looking better. If it comes in where it is right there or north toward Houston, then the rain chances would be looking lower in Corpus Christi come next Tuesday. So right now, I'm at a 30%. It's not zero, that's for sure. Friday, Saturday, drop it Sunday, Monday, and then back up on Tuesday. And that's all being driven by these upper level pieces of energy, which are very difficult to time, and they're difficult to predict spatially how much rain is going to happen around these pockets of energy. It's not like I'm up at 100, but definitely acknowledging that possibility for rain. So this is our in-house No, this is not our in-house model. I didn't use that one. I didn't agree with it. This is the high resolution rapid refresh model on the rainfall. And it'll be quiet tonight. Don't really see much going on in terms of rain. Friday, first half of Friday, I think same. It's going to be fairly quiet. If you're just joining right now, it's 8:50. It's July the 3rd, 8:50 p.m. July the 3rd. We're just walking through the upcoming holiday weekend forecast. So I think Friday starts pretty harmless, partly to mostly cloudy skies. But as the day goes on into the afternoon, I think we start to see the influence of that upper level energy. And you see the rain different than earlier in the week, coming in from the north. So earlier in the week, the rain was coming in from the south. We were getting that influence from the tropical storm Barry down there in Mexico. But now, because of the way this upper level energy is influencing the rain, it's coming in from the north. So widely scattered stuff Friday afternoon. And this is where I get a little bit more perked up because, you know, you see the look to the simulated radar. Not everyone's getting rain, but I do think there will be some in play during, the fireworks time Friday night. So that's there, and it's thanks to that upper level energy, and it just is what it is. That's how it looks. And even without looking at simulated radar imagery, just the fact that that upper level energy is above us is enough to warrant, talking about this rain chance. So that's how it looks into Friday night. This is the Friday night forecast, 6 to 10 o'clock. I do have the rain in there. You see the times of various events. Art Walk 6 to 10. The Hooks are playing tomorrow night, Whataburger Field. I think they're playing the Missions. The Mayor's Big Bang celebration, 9:30. So lots of stuff going on. And this is the type of forecast, right, that it's not a huge chance. It's not like we're just blanketed with rain, but it's what I say is a low probability, high impact forecast, meaning because there's going to be so many people out doing stuff tomorrow night that if it happens to be that a shower passes over downtown, for example, it's going to affect a lot of people, even though there might not be a ton of coverage in the grand scheme of things over the coastal bend. So definitely want to raise the awareness for at least the chance. So you're not surprised, right, by rain if you're going out tomorrow night. I'm not saying don't go out. I think you should be doing stuff, having fun, enjoying all the things that'll be happening. But you need to be aware that there is this possibility of a passing shower or even an isolated storm. So that's tomorrow night. I didn't show our forecast model because it is going bazooka bonkers, crazy amounts of rain on Saturday. It's really the only one that's doing it, so I'm considering it an outlier at this point. But there is a chance for rain on Saturday too, and I think it's going to be about the same level of coverage as Friday. So again, I'm at 30% into Friday afternoon. I drop it overnight a little bit, and then I bring it back to 30% Saturday morning through early afternoon Saturday. So it's there, and it's because of that upper atmosphere energy. So just gonna, we're adjusting the forecast, and that's what it is. This is the how it looks on paper, on the just graphically looking at numbers and a nice clean July 4th weekend forecast. There's the 30% Friday, Saturday, highs in the mid to low 90s. Sunday, I don't think we have the rain, and there will be Saharan dust throughout the weekend, so it'll be hazy as well. This is the beach. Sun is down for sure. It's been down for about 25 minutes. Still a hint of twilight out there. That's from our Coastal Parks beach cam. That view is in Port Aransas looking to the south. So the Horace Caldwell Pier is there and you're looking south from Port Aransas. And the beach, you know, aside from the little rain chance, I do think there's a chance later in the day Friday and then in the first half of the day Saturday. You know, aside from that, the beach is looking really good this weekend. We don't have a flood concern. You know, the winds aren't going to be to the point where we're seeing higher than normal tides, and the moon phase is in a great spot. It's like at the quarter phase, so it looks like a half moon up there. It's not full, it's not new. That tends to create more sloshing around. And the rip current risk is going to be low. It doesn't mean there's no threat for rip currents. They tend to happen near jetties and piers, but the way the waves will be coming in, no more than about 3 feet at a 4 to 6 second period, that's calm for us. That's a calmer Gulf, and the rip risk is not looking to be, you know, significant. Even if it's cloudy outside too, it's been somewhat cloudy today. You got to be putting sunscreen on. You know, this is the peak sun angle really that we get throughout the year. So be sure you're wearing sunscreen, even though if it's cloudy or overcast, put the sunscreen on if you're going to be spending a lot of time outside. So that's how it looks at the beach. This is the dust outlook. It doesn't look overly dense to me, but it is out there. The air quality is moderate right now. It'll probably stay that way through the weekend. And you're probably going to see that haze in the atmosphere. So tropics now, we're getting to the end of this thing. I may try to wrap up with some questions I'm just looking at our Facebook thread right now. There are no threats to Texas in the tropics. Flossie is already gone. It's post-tropical now. There's another tropical wave that has a high probability of development in the East Pacific, south of Mexico. And then the other area of interest on this map is in the Western Atlantic off the southeast U.S. coast, a medium chance for development there. That will take off to the northeast. That's not going to be a problem for us. And no other areas of interest out there. So this is the 7-day. Yes, it does have rain in play Friday, Saturday, widely scattered stuff. That's, you know, I describe it as like hit and miss. It's going to be a random distribution. It's not a fun, I don't like this type of forecast. This is my least favorite, where there's not an obvious trigger, a tangible trigger that we can see and time it out and say, yes, between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. with the front coming through, there will be a line of showers and storms. It's just not that way with this setup. So I just don't like it. I also don't like that it's like this on a big holiday weekend. So I do think that there will be some rain out there. Friday, late afternoon and night / into Saturday looks to be the best time frame for it. Go back over to, I don't know, just start it from here. It's the first graphic up. So if there's any questions, we can try to answer those. We did talk about the rain that we've had recently and the drought monitor. Someone just said in the comments that there's some flooding concerns over the watershed. That'd be great if it fell and it didn't impact anyone in a hazardous way, But the watershed's been getting good amounts of rain over the last week for sure, and it's been fairly active up there, really going back to early May. So we'll see how that pans out. I'll see if I can answer any questions if there are. Oh, we got a bot. It looks like someone's very impressed with everybody's profile and go and click my profile and do all this stuff. No, thank you. I wonder if I can just delete that. Anyway, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to just go update stuff for I'll put this on the 7-day forecast really quick to wrap it up. I'm going to go get ready for the 10 o'clock broadcast. It feels like Friday, but definitely not. We'll be at work here tomorrow. Just feels like Friday. The beach was packed today, so if that's any indication of how the weekend looks, it's going to be very crowded out there. You can always check our YouTube page. We post all these videos there. 3 News Plus, it's a great way to watch wherever you want. Let's say you're leaving town to go somewhere else and you want to see what we're up to. 3 News Plus is an easy way of doing that. It's free. You can, again, watch it anywhere. All of our content is there. It's a great resource, however you want to do that. And we'll stay in touch. We'll see how this all plays out. Again, it does look like a little bit of rain in play Friday, late afternoon, night, and then again through Saturday, early afternoon. We'll leave it there. Thank you for joining this live stream, and we'll be checking back in whenever we do. We'll see you. Have a great weekend.